Are you planning on moving to Edmonton in 2024? If so, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to be talking everything about Edmonton. I'm going to talk about everything you need to know to make a decision on whether you should move to Edmonton or not in 2024. So let's get right into it. My name is Sean Rampersad. I'm one of the top mortgage brokers in Edmonton. I have all of the links to my information in the comments below. Please give me a call if you do have any questions about the video, and like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the information here. Let's get into it. First, let's talk about population. There are 503,000 males in Edmonton and 507,000 females in Edmonton. So the male to female ratio is almost equivalent, okay? So that's a good sign that you're going to be able to find someone in Edmonton if you're looking. The average price of a home in Edmonton is $454,000. Okay, this is in comparison to some other Canadian cities with populations that are much higher and with property values that are more than double of what we are in Edmonton. So a lot of people are flocking to Edmonton, Alberta right now because of the low property expenses. People want to have a better standard of living. They want to live in a nicer home with the same amount of money. And you can do that in Edmonton here because the cost of housing here is cheap. For example, like the average price of a home in Ontario is 856,000. The average price of a home in BC is 966,000. So you can see that there are significant savings to living in Edmonton. Let's talk jobs, okay? Because this is something that I talk about in a lot of my other videos. Edmonton's job market is phenomenal, okay? We've got trade jobs, like blue collar jobs. We've got white collar jobs, nursing jobs, you name it, restaurants, everything, a plethora of jobs, and it's really easy to get a job here. Our population is equal to the jobs that we have available here. So there's something literally for everybody here. It's not hard for someone to get out of high school and within the next 2 years get a job that's paying $50,000 or more. It's very easy for a 25 or 26-year-old person to be making $75,000 plus in Edmonton. Our trades do not require a ton of education. So for example, a lot of cities that you live in are very white collar, like Toronto, for example. So they're looking for those university students to fill the roles of a lot of the jobs that are like accounting and that type of thing. Whereas Edmonton is a lot of blue collar jobs. So we've got a lot of tradespeople here, and they will pay you while you are learning a trade. Now, trade person, after 4 years of training, you could be easily making over $100,000. It's that easy here in Edmonton to get a job. One thing you got to know though is that the cost of living in Edmonton is starting to increase. It's not even near what it is in the rest of Canada, but it is slowly starting to increase. After COVID, we had a lot of different things happening. Utility costs went up, grocery costs went up. This all has to do with shipping and what's happening in the United States and inflation and that type of thing. But just like the rest of the country, property values are going up and the cost of everything is also going up slightly. So be aware of that if you're coming to Edmonton. Edmonton has crazy amounts of outdoor activities. That's one of the things that I really love about being here. I'm an outdoors type guy. I love to be out fishing and jogging and biking and hiking and that type of thing. Edmonton has one of the largest river valleys in Canada. So you're going to love if you like that type of thing, you're going to love this city. There's always something to do outdoors. There are marathons happening. There are outdoor pools. There are lakes that are really nearby. There's a river, two rivers really, that are right in the city. There's a Sturgeon River and there's a North Saskatchewan River. So you'll find that there's a ton of outdoor activity here. You're gonna love it. Edmonton's location in Alberta is very central. So you'll find that if you need to access northern Alberta or you need to access Saskatchewan or BC or you need to go south to the mountains and Calgary and that type of thing. It's very easy access because we are centrally located. You're about a couple hours, 2.5 hours away from the mountains in Jasper, or 4 hours away from the mountains in Banff. You're 3 hours away from Calgary. We have lakes within a 40-minute drive from Edmonton. So, and a lot of them within that kind of time range. So you'll find that there's a lot of things that you can be doing in Edmonton in the summertime and in the wintertime, and you're close to everything, which is fantastic. Edmonton has low crime rates. So there are some areas to watch out for, which I'm going to explain a little bit further into this video. But for the most part, Edmonton has very, very low crime rate, low theft, low violence, low all of that. Our population isn't huge, like I said. You're looking at a little over 1 million people in Edmonton, and that's totally reflective on the type of violent activity and that type of thing that's happening in the city. So there's not a lot of crime here, not much to worry about. I've been living here my whole life, 44 years. Oh God, I'm that old. But anyway, I have not had very many altercations or situations with any crime or issues in the city. I mean, I've had my car broken into a few times, never had a house broken into, but vehicle for sure. Yeah, it's great. Edmonton is a very multicultural city. So you'll see when you get here, Edmonton has tons and tons of immigrant people that come into the city, more now than ever before. And you know what? We cater to them. We have festivals for almost every immigrant group. We have schools dedicated to them. We have churches dedicated to them. Grocery stores, you name it. And there's certain areas of the city with higher concentrations of certain cultural groups, and you'll find that coming here. So if you are a part of, let's say, the Arabic group, then you want to be close to an Arabic school for your kids to go to. We have that right in Northwest Edmonton. If you are from India, we've got Mill Woods is an area where a lot of Indian people live, where they have Indian stores, Indian restaurants, that type of thing, all catering to that type of community. So if you are a part of a cultural group, we have something for you here. Filipinos, there's Filipino churches all over the place. They're not Filipino churches, they're Catholic churches, but there are places for you here. You will find your culture here and you will be comfortable here. Let's talk schools, okay? Edmonton has tons of different schools. Whether you're going elementary school, Catholic schools, regular Christian schools, French immersion, you name it, it's here. Post-secondary schools where Edmonton really, really excels. We've got the University of Alberta here, which is, of course, an award-winning school. Grant MacEwan, again, award-winning. NAIT, award-winning. Concordia College, which is also a huge, huge college. So we're pumping out a mass amount of education here. This is a great place to have kids if you want your kids to stay in the same city as you when they're going to school. Like myself, for example, I never want my kids to leave, and they are going to attend the University of Alberta, I hope. There are over 50 festivals that happen in Edmonton. It is huge. So the festivals are happening throughout the wintertime. They have all these different winter type festivals, and also in the summertime. In the summertime, we've got a lot of like drink festivals, food festivals, cultural festivals, music festivals, that type of thing. 50 different festivals here. So thousands and thousands of people flock from all over the country to come to these festivals in Edmonton. They're fantastic. I don't know how it ended up this way, but it ended up being the festival city. I was in a parade myself this year. It was a Caribbean festival. I'm Caribbean, and so I was dancing in the parade. My kids, my wife. It was great. One thing you'll notice is Edmonton has really diverse temperatures. So it goes anywhere from minus 40 degrees Celsius on the absolute coldest. I know that's crazy and it's brutal, and I stay inside my house when that happens, all the way up to plus 40, where it's super, super hot. In the summertime, we have a great median, though. We have some of the best summers I've ever seen in any place. Average temperatures are sitting around 23 degrees Celsius. So it's warm here. It is very warm in Edmonton. In the wintertime, it can get bitter cold. Some people like it, some people hate it. If you like to stay cozy in your house and stay in warm environments, that type of thing, then Edmonton could be great for you in the wintertime. I like to hibernate in the winter and get a ton of work done and take care of my health. And so Edmonton's great for me from that perspective. Restaurants. Okay. So I travel a ton and I go to different cities and I love to experience the food. I'm a little bit of a foodie. Edmonton is great for this. I don't know how this happened either, but there's over 318 restaurants on Open Table alone in Edmonton. And the prices are very reasonable, anywhere, ranging anywhere from $9 kind of a meal, $8, $9, all the way up to $50, $100 a meal, depending on how high end you go. What you will find here though is that a lot of high-end restaurants are priced in the median price range. I just had my father-in-law here from Atlanta, and he was telling me, this is so cheap here in Edmonton for the restaurants in comparison to what they experience in the US. So that was a big surprise to me. I didn't realize that to eat high end in Edmonton is relatively inexpensive compared to the rest of the world. But I do know when I go to Vegas, a meal is $300 US, for example, for two people for a high end meal. Whereas here, a high end meal in Edmonton would be about $180 Canadian maximum for two people. So Edmonton's cheap and we've got lots of good restaurants. Shopping in Edmonton, okay? Shopping is killer in Edmonton. It's better than almost every city in Canada. Definitely better than 95% of the cities in Canada. Here's why. We've got the largest mall in the world, okay? This mall is absolutely huge. It's absolutely stunning. Uh, it's the largest mall in Canada. It goes up and down on whether it's the largest mall in the world. I don't know where it's at right now, but definitely the largest mall in Canada by far. There's literally like a water park in there, a skating rink in there, mini golf all over the place, thousands of shops, amusement park with roller coasters and stuff like that, a race car track inside the mall. It's crazy. So the shopping here is great. We also have like an outlet mall, um, tons of stores all over the place. So if you like shopping, Edmonton's a great place for you and a great place to get a good deal on clothes or whatever you're buying. One thing you'll notice when you live here is that the city is really, really spread out. So you're gonna want to have a vehicle, okay? There's a lot of trucks driving around in Edmonton, SUVs, that type of thing, because in the winter time our roads get pretty slippery. The city takes pretty good care of it, but they do get slippery. You can hear my dog in the background. Uh, Definitely you're going to want to have a vehicle though if you're going to be living in Edmonton, just because the city is so spread out. We do, however, have really good public transportation. So there's taxis all over the place, relatively well priced. We have Uber here, we have Lyft here. There are scooters on the side of the road that you can rent, electric bikes. Um, and the city is spending a ton of money on their public transportation infrastructure. So the bus system is great in Edmonton. It's about $97 a month. And then the LRT system, which the city is just investing in, is going everywhere, all over the city. It's going to be super fast, clean, and fantastic. So right now, if you take the LRT in Edmonton, it's not the greatest. It's a little bit older, but with the new systems that are all coming out, the transportation in Edmonton is going to be fantastic. They even have runs that are going straight to the airport from certain places. So you're going to like that about Edmonton. The transportation is fantastic, but definitely get a car. We have a bit of a slower pace in Edmonton. I think you'll notice that from any videos that you watch about people from Edmonton. We're not a huge city. We're not a hype city. We are a pretty simple city that a lot of good business is coming out of Edmonton. A lot of good things are coming out of Edmonton, but it's a little bit of a slower pace. So if you like a little bit of a slower pace, then this may be the place for you. Edmonton has some really, really good hidden gems. Like, for example, we have one area called Beaumont. A lot of people from Quebec or France, they like to move to Beaumont because it caters to the French community. We also have St. Albert, which is consistently rated, and I grew up there, but it's consistently rated as one of the number one places to live in Canada, and that's right, a suburb of Edmonton. We've got the Sturgeon Valley, which is absolutely beautiful, rolling hills, a Sturgeon River going through it. That's actually where I live right now. Um, And so the area that I live in is called Pinnacle Ridge. Uh, Beautiful, beautiful mansions all over the place, nice homes, nice plots of land. We've got Windermere with, again, beautiful mansions, like just a stunning place to live overlooking the river valley. Lenora is here, which are all older kind of homes being redone, overlooking the river valley, close to downtown. A lot of doctors, lawyers like to live over there because of the close commute to downtown. And Laurier, which is again overlooking the river, high-end homes, close to the zoo, close to parks, close to the river valley. These are just some of the hidden gems that we have in Edmonton. So keep some of those names in mind or rewatch the video. If you're liking the video so far, please like and subscribe to the channel. It does help me get this good content out to the people that are actually looking for the information. YouTube's system ranks us higher because you like and subscribe to the channel. So I appreciate it if you do. There's more to come. So let's talk about areas in Edmonton with cultural concentrations. That means that there are a lot of a certain type of people in this area. So first, I'm going to start off with Northwest Edmonton. Northwest Edmonton, there is a huge Arabic school there. So a lot of people from the Arabic community like to live in Northwest Edmonton. There's a high concentration there. So what's ended up happening in that area is because of the school, there's a lot of Arabic grocery stores there. Um, there are Arabic restaurants there. So the high concentration of people have kind of made it a real home for them, and it's really a beautiful thing. Then we also have Mill Woods on the other hand, which is a high concentration of people from India. So we've got, Indian clothing stores, Indian foods, restaurants, grocery stores, jewelry stores, you name it. The whole thing is right there. There's places for the Filipino community. There are places for, Caribbeans. There's a place for African community. African community, a lot of them like Northeast and Northwest Edmonton. Some of them are Arabic, some of them are not. There is a high concentration in those areas. Professionals, there are areas where there are more professionals, higher income bracket type areas, that type of thing as well. So if you have any questions about it, just please let me know. And I'm going to put some of the details in the comments below. But if you want to go really specific, like I'm from this cultural group, where in Edmonton would you live if you were from here? Let me know and I'll find out for you and put it in the comments below so everyone can see. So let's talk about areas you should avoid. Okay, so every city has some bad areas in it, and Edmonton's no exception to that. So number one, I would avoid Alberta Avenue as much as you can. Alberta Avenue is an old neighborhood. They're trying to revitalize this area, but the city's having a hard time. There's a high concentration of drug use in that area, prostitution, crime, that type of thing. It's a low income area, and there's not a lot of resources for the people in those areas. So you will find a lot of shady things happening in that area. If you don't want to get caught up in any of that crap, then avoid that area. Stony Plain Road is and kind of the areas a couple blocks off of Stony Plain Road are also really, really bad areas to live in. Again, not a lot of resources for people, high amounts of poverty in those areas, and a lot of crime with drugs, that type of thing. And then finally, downtown Edmonton. Downtown Edmonton, like a lot of cities, has a high concentration of people, and with the people comes the drugs, it comes the crime, it comes all of that. So downtown Edmonton, they do have a lot of resources there for the low income people, but it has turned into an area where there is a lot of crime happening. So it's a really weird kind of dynamic when you're downtown. There'll be all these normal people and people dressed up in suits and dresses and that type of thing, and then you'll have a bunch of druggy people that are kind of just lingering around. They don't usually bug people, but you'll see it, and I want to make you aware of it if you're planning on moving to Edmonton. Another thing that drives me absolutely insane about Edmonton, and like I said, I was going to talk about the pros and cons of living in Edmonton, but one of the major cons of living in Edmonton is the infrastructure, just the road infrastructure. I don't know who's running it at the city of Edmonton, but they're not doing a great job. So construction starts, and construction holds up a lot of traffic. It usually starts in the springtime on the roads and that type of thing. And it seems like things take years and years to get done here. It's like the planning is not very good. And like I said, I don't know who's in charge of it or what the situation is, but I've seen projects, like small projects, take years and years and years to complete. So that's one area of frustration. And because of that, in the summertime, you'll find that we have some congestion in traffic. The other thing you'll find about the roads is there's a lot of potholes. So, like I was telling you earlier in the video, that our temperature ranges are -40 to +40. It's crazy. So because of that, it is really hard on the roads. People have to use, special tires, that type of thing, and it beats up our roads. I wish the city would make these repairs faster because they can damage your vehicle, or there can be stray rocks kicking around or gravel, that type of thing shooting up at your windows on your vehicles. So most people, to avoid that, get, kind of like 3M at the front of their vehicle, that type of thing. But definitely the infrastructure in Edmonton from that regard is not great. If you're moving to Edmonton, then you're going to have to learn something about hockey. Edmontonians, and yes, they're called Edmontonians, love their hockey team. Okay. You're going to find yourself in situations at work where somebody's going to come up to you and they're going to say, "Hey, how about them Oilers? Our hockey team is called the Edmonton Oilers." And they're going to try to spark up a conversation with you about this player and that player and whatever. So if you want to be a part of it, you can. I'm not a major sports fan or anything like that, but I have to know the basics of hockey, and I have to watch hockey games sometimes, and I enjoy watching it, don't get me wrong, but not a lot of time for watching sports. If you're moving to Edmonton, you're gonna get into it. You gotta buy an Edmonton Oilers jersey. You gotta watch the games once in a while to kind of know what's going on, so you can have, those kind of conversations with people. So definitely pay attention to that if you're moving here, guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions, please call me. And again, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.